Hey, hi, I am Chris. Welcome back to my channel. Every day I do a vlog, and I'm doing one for 1,000 days, guys, 1,000 days. And every day I talk about something uniquely different. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be absolutely awesome. Look at that sky over there. It's lovely, isn't it? That's not bad, is it? Hey, look at that. Incredible. Today's topic though, why do we hate going to work? Why does work have to be in our lives? Why do people hate going to work? Well, work is a necessary evil, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, if you've got a job that you enjoy doing, it's not a chore. Love what you do, they say, and you will enjoy doing that task. And it won't even feel like a task. It'll be the best thing in the world. Now, people go to work sometimes and it's a drudge. It's all they can do is just to hold on, isn't it? All they can do is just clock in at 8 o'clock and finish at 5 and hurry up home. And you wished your life away by doing it. Absolutely you do. And you think, you know what? I just want to hurry up, go to work, get it over with, and then I can have my life back and enjoy myself. And work for a lot of people is like that, isn't it? I've been very fortunate in my life. I've had several career paths, I've done several things, and I would say by and large I've actually really enjoyed doing what I've done. It's given me some kind of satisfaction, it's had some kind of meaning for me, and having that meaning has meant that I got paid as well, and I never really looked at the clock. I think if you're looking at the clock, you've got to say to yourself, no, I've got to do something else. If you're clock watching, if you're thinking about finishing work as soon as you start, that's not a good place to be. Work is fundamentally important. It keeps us all busy, it keeps us employed, it keeps money coming in, it pays the rent, pays the mortgage, pays the man, pays the lady, whoever it pays, it's going to help pay them. And you can never have enough money, can you? Well, maybe you can. Maybe if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, maybe you've probably got too much, and then everything else is just, yeah. I guess with so much money though, you can afford not to work. So work really occupies an awful lot of people's lives. And really, when you think of retirement after work, that really is only really a small segment of what is your life. But people think about it all the time. When you hit your 40s, you're probably thinking, I want to give up work here. Work doesn't occupy the same meaning for me that it did maybe in my 20s. Maybe you've spent an awful lot of your time in your early 20s trying to climb up that corporate ladder, climb up that slippery slope to try and get to a more achievable income, to have all the things that being in a better paid role, all the things that affords you. But work, for a lot of people, it's a drudge. It's not fair because they feel that they've got to go and do this mundane thing. And there are a ton of jobs that you could absolutely hate, isn't there? I actually do a job at the moment which a lot of people would hate. I talked about it previously on here. I work in the area of wastewater, and there are some horrible things that you have to do. But when you accept that it's not that bad, and the people you work with are great, and the sort of holistic role that you do is all right, it's actually not bad. I think you don't grow up wanting to do some of these jobs. Work is something that you've got to say to yourself, we all have to do. It takes you out of the house. It gives you a lot of freedom to be able to meet new people and maybe learn new skills. Maybe have the ability to even make friendships out of that, and connecting with people that you might not have connected with. And I know in work as well, some people actually do meet their partner, don't they? They meet their partners because they met at work. I've heard that a million times, where people say, oh yeah, we met each other at work, and that's how we met, and now we've been married for 47 years, and it's just yeah, it's just lovely, you know. And people do meet each other at work all the time, actually. I've always wondered though, if people didn't have work, what would we do? I was only talking to somebody the other day, and I said that in the future there seems to be no money, does there? If you watch shows like Star Trek or Star Wars, nobody talks about money, which I think is a good thing. You know, a human being's greed can really get the better of people. People hoard money. Now, work affords you the ability to earn money. So what you should say to yourself is that you can earn enough to live, and as long as you're comfortable and you can do the things that you do, then life is pretty sweet. But most people, work is a drudge. Work is something that you just don't want to do. And let's be honest, if you could not work and go and do something else, then that would be lovely. It would be great. And that's why you should always try and find a job, employment, doing the things that you enjoy doing. If you can do that, that is something magical. Not a lot of people have that. Some people do, but not an awful lot. Doing the thing that you love doing, if it derives meaning for you, enjoyment for you, then that is not work, is it? Even though you're getting paid. I saw on TV the other night somebody said that they even get paid for when they go to sleep, and they earn money while sleeping. So all these passive income streams that people have, I think these are very good ideas. A lot of people conventionally, traditionally used to think about work as in 9 to 5, 8 till 4, that kind of thing. Now we live in a strange world where you can even earn money where your head is on the pillow. And if you can do that, well, you're a very, very clever person, and that's something to behold. So if you enjoy your job, if you enjoy your work, that's not a bad thing. If you're one of the lucky few that says work for me is really good, really, really lovely. And a lot depends when you're at work, who you work with. Sometimes you can work with people who are absolute nightmare. Yeah, I've had it. There have been people that I've worked with, you thought to yourself, I would never in my life have anything ever to do with you. And that is a challenge. Some colleagues just make work painful. They make it harder, and they make it such a challenge that you think, I can't stay here, I've got to go somewhere else. There's a lot of facets to work, isn't there? Friendships, relationships, and how we navigate that sometimes, and the internal politics of work. All these things add up to people feeling really frustrated about having to get out there and earn money. And all these offer us challenges on how we do that. How we actually navigate past that, well, that can be a tricky road sometimes. And recently I followed this chap on Instagram who keeps on talking about how his boss is awful. And there are awful bosses out there. Now again, I'm pretty lucky. I've got some very wonderful, nice people that I work with. They're very respectful, very adult. You can have a conversation with them. And whilst I respect the chain of command, if you like, I know that, if anything goes wrong, they're there to support me. I think it's nice if you can have a boss like that and they can offer that for you. But not all bosses do. Not all bosses want to. Some bosses are really hard to get on with. They really are. They're hard work. And when they're hard work, it makes life more challenging, more difficult. But work itself is in our lives, isn't it? And that's why we shouldn't wish our lives away wishing for retirement. Well, if we do that, then we've got to change jobs. We have to. Because looking at the clock, watching the clock every 5 minutes, and just bear in mind, you might have just started your day. And that's a horrible prospect. So if you can say to yourself, I'm going to dig my tunnel, try and find something that suits my skill set and be more suitable for me, that would be great. And maybe you'll be a lot happier. Maybe if you don't look at that clock, maybe if you are earning money doing something that is fun, that you enjoy doing, which somebody else might find very laborious, they might think, actually, do you know what? I couldn't do what you do. I don't know how you do what you do, but I'm glad that you do it. And if it derives meaning to you, that's not bad. That's certainly not bad at all. And getting paid for it, bringing home the pennies, paying for the bills, all these other things, that is not bad. But, work does get in the way of enjoying yourself sometimes. There are times when I have to go to work and I think, I would love to get in the car and just drive down to Cornwall, throw myself into the sea, get onto a beach somewhere. But that's not something that's viable for me for at least a couple of years. But I certainly plan it, and I'd love to walk out of work one day for the last time, get into my car, and know the rest of my life is filled with things just like that. going to the beach, throwing myself in the sea, enjoying my life, doing the things that I really, at the core of who I am, that I really want to do. But until then, work has to feed you. So find that thing that you enjoy doing, find a thing that is lovely for you, and you know what? You won't look back. You really won't. And yeah, work will be a pleasant prospect. When that alarm goes off in the morning, you have to leave the house and go out. Yeah, you'll really enjoy it, and it won't feel like work. And you'll almost look forward to going back in the following day. That's if you are in the right job. Anyway, I've harped on enough about work. I will stop here. This is a daily vlog. I'll be back again tomorrow. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be awesome. And like I say, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye now.